All right, guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. This is some Monday morning motivation here, guys. I just dropped the kids off at school, and today what I want to talk about is picture yourself. Picture yourself with manifestation. Visualization works. Visualization works. Manifestation is real. It is. And you have to picture yourself winning. And you know what? The people who are winning, they already saw it happening. They already saw this coming. And you may be thinking that's arrogant, or you may be thinking that's a little bit cocky. Well, no. To you, yes. That's why people who are winning have to temper down what they say to the people. They have to augment their speeches, their words, their vocabulary in a way so they don't come across like too cocky or too confident. Because here's the thing, you won't realize that the people who are winning, they already saw this coming. They already said, let it be written, let it be done. They already are in the winner's circle, but they woke up this morning. So when you think and say, man, how did you do it? How? I already been new. You know what I mean? They already saw this happening. They already saw this coming. They already felt the victory. They just now got to go execute it. See, that's the difference between me and you, or you and them, or the winner and the loser, or the successful person and the mediocre. They already see it happening. So when they don't win, it is devastating. But see, what you realize is that even when they don't what you call win, they still win. Think about it this way. See, you can break it down in this way. Let's use the Super Bowl since we're right here at the Super Bowl. Wrote in my blog post, even when you lose to the winner, you're still a winner. Right now, somebody will like, well, he didn't win the Super Bowl. You're right. It's only one team that can win the Super Bowl each year. There's 32 teams in the NFL. Let's just use the Super Bowl contender, or let's just use the person that lost to the Super Bowl contender. The two teams that lost to the Super Bowl contenders. First of all, we know, what do we know? We know that it took the losing team to make the winning team a winner, right? You wouldn't be a winner without the team that lost. So you gotta start there. To get into the Super Bowl, you had to beat the team that lost the game to get to the Super Bowl. So in order to consider yourself a good team, you have to consider the other team at least good enough for you to claim that you did something special by getting there, by going to the Super Bowl. Now, no one knows who's going to win the game yet, but there are two teams that lost the game to get there. Now, let's hone in on that just a bit. The teams that lost the game to get there, would you call them losers per se? Now, you want to be on sports talk radio, sure. You're going to throw around a lot of derogatory terms, a lot of trash talk, as they call it. That's why it's called trash talk, right? It's called trash talk because it's trash, right? It's called trash talk because, or it's called talking shit because it's shit talk, like it's trash talk. Nobody, that's not what we say in normal public, polite society, right? But see, we've gotten so used to a culture that celebrates the trash talk because that's what's popular, or at least that's what gets people's attention. That a lot of people talk trash more often than they need to, or they should. You see what I mean? But the thing is, would you call the teams that lost to the teams that made the Super Bowl losers? And if you're on Sports Talk Radio, yeah, you can say what you want. But how did they lose? They played a game on national TV. One game was out of the question. One game was very close, right? The home team won. It was very close. And the players still were paid the same amount of money whether they won the game or lost the game. All the broadcasters, everybody at that stadium, everybody around the stadium were working because of what? Because of these players and because of the team. So the team got to pay everybody. Let's just define lose or loser. Because if we're talking in terms of sports talk radio, then sure, we can name the teams that didn't make the playoffs losers. We can name the teams that lost to the team that made the Super Bowl losers. We could even call the team that loses the Super Bowl a loser. But here's the truth, guys. We have to understand that culture is only for the trash-talking media people that want to proliferate and profit off of said, let's say, talking of this level of trash, or however you want to term it. You know, but they're not losers, right? They the only thing that is not going to happen, or that didn't happen, is that the final score, they didn't score a certain amount of points. They did everything on the field, let's say, that it takes to win, that you would do if you won. It's just that the other team did more. Let's just say. I don't know. I'm trying to draw into a point. The point I'm trying to make is that when you lose, you have to define the loss. Okay, did you lose did you come in second place in the poker championship, or you still won a lot of money? Did you come in second place at Wimbledon? You still got prize money, right? If you lose to the winner, are you a loser? Well, no. The winner needed to beat you to be crowned the best, meaning that you were the standard for what the best is, and they set the standard. I mean, you know, if they had to beat you to be considered the best, well, then at least your effort or output or skill level is considered to be the best, and then they beat the best. That's how you got to think of it. Now, sure, they would be the ultimate best, but your standard has to be considered the best, because they can beat the best. If you follow me, you know, they have the ability to beat what the best is. But if you came in and you lost to the winner, you clearly were what they call the best. It's just that the winner has to beat the best. That's the one difference. So you're not a loser if you simply don't win a contest. So picturing yourself winning doesn't mean that you won't lose the contest. It means that you're going to perform in the ways that you need to accomplish your goals, right? Your goals may be to win the Super Bowl, of course, but your goals are to play good football. You don't come into the season with a goal of going to the Super Bowl. I mean, you can, but my point is there has to be more a granular level of goals. You got to win, 13, 14 games before you can be considered a Super Bowl even contender. So you got to go out and win those games first before you can set goals of like, all right, we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. Right? And further, even if you say, well, that's a good goal to have, yeah, you're right. Well, if you start there, then the only one team will be correct. You see what I mean? Like, we could go in long form play this out, because I want you to understand about goal setting. If more than one team sets a goal of winning the Super Bowl, like Super Bowl or bust, meaning like if you don't win the Super Bowl, you would not have accomplished your goals. And if more than one team says or does that, then they already are setting unrealistic goals, right? Fair enough by definition, since only one team can win the Super Bowl. So what I'm saying is that just because you lose the Super Bowl doesn't mean you're a loser. You are trying to accomplish your goals. Your goal should not have been to make the Super Bowl or win the. Now, if you say my goal is to make the playoffs and play well, you know, losing, picture yourself winning. Picture yourself accomplishing your goals. Picture yourself winning. Because see, here's the thing, guys. If you accomplish your goals, then you are winning. That's how you have to see what winning is, guys. Accomplishing your goals. You have to see that as winning. That's what winning is. It can't be predicated on how the ball bounces, guys. You're gonna go out there and leave it all on the field. See, that's what winners do. Winners don't sit there and fixate on an outcome. You're gonna tear yourself up mentally. What they do is, and that's why I have so much confidence in the Eagles, when I feel like Jalen Hurts is like this. He plays like this, he thinks like this. You got to go out there and just play your best game. You got to go out there and give your best efforts. Picture yourself winning. Picture yourself accomplishing the goals that you set out to accomplish. See, and that's what makes people afraid. They're not actually afraid of losing, you know, which they are. They're really afraid of like setting goals, going out to accomplish them, because what happens is that the work gets harder. You need to be more consistent. You have to continue a standard of excellence in your life that, well, it may be hard. You don't get anything, well, you don't think you get anything for it, but everything you have is for it. You think you're not getting anything, everybody else is out here doing jack nothing, right? And you gotta be the standard bearer of excellence, and you get nothing for it. You do. You get everything you have. You wouldn't have what you have if you weren't getting your just due for all the excellence that you bring to the table. And that's what you get. Picture yourself winning. You have to picture yourself becoming who you want to be. Picture who you want to be. Picture what it takes to be that person. Ask yourself, do you want to do those things? If you don't, then you should start to consider who you are and what you want to be. But when we talk about goal setting and we talk about accomplishing your goals, it is the process of visualization. It is the process of manifestation. It is the process of believing who you are, believing yourself, believing what you see in the mirror, believing what others have confidently, genuinely told you about your attributes, your strong suits. Consider that as you go about accomplishing your goals, as you go about picturing yourself winning, visualizing you doing what you want to do. The people who are winning have done that. They already see themselves winning the Super Bowl, right? They already see themselves crossing the finish line. They already see themselves lifting and hoisting the trophy. You realize that you are a product of what you do, what you want to do. What do you do? And I gotta say it earlier, you're becoming what you're being. You gotta picture yourself winning. You gotta picture yourself exceeding expectations. You gotta picture yourself doing these things. Otherwise, again, you're becoming what you're being. If you're being lazy, you're becoming a lazy person. If you're being fat, you're becoming a fat person. If you're being anything you're being, you're becoming.